Welcome back to the MoneyWiseAlpha.com channel. If you are brand new, please subscribe. Well, time sure flies. The first month of 2020 has gone, and we are now entering February. The cryptocurrency markets have started the new year well, with Bitcoin now over 9,000. February has traditionally been a good month for cryptocurrency, and I expect Bitcoin to hit about 10,000 this month. I also have 10 reasons to believe that Bitcoin will pass 15,000 in 2020 as follows. First reason, the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving occurs every 4 years, and it will happen this year sometime around May 20, 2020. So when this happens, the mining reward will be halved from 12.5 BTC to 6.25 BTC. And Bitcoin halvings will occur every 210,000 blocks until around 2140, when all 21 million coins will have been mined. So following the economic basics of supply and demand, less Bitcoin mined causes less supply, so the demand, the price will go up accordingly. And the price in Bitcoin always rises in the long term after a halving event. Though the price doesn't just shoot up right away after a halving event, but in the long term, in the months, in the years that follow after a halving event, the Bitcoin price goes up. So what I expect to happen around May 20 is that many speculators will purchase some Bitcoin a few days before the halving event. This will cause the price to go up significantly. Then afterwards, there'll be a significant sell-off, sort of like a pump and dump, right? Then afterwards, there'll be, in the months and years afterwards, the Bitcoin price will steadily increase to pass the $15,000 mark. So reason number two, Bitcoins, of course, are being lost every year. So this is another factor that will lessen the supply of available Bitcoin. Every year, some Bitcoin is accidentally lost or forgotten in hard drives, mobile wallets, or paper wallets. Coins can be lost through user error, for example, by sending coins to an invalid address. And nowadays, with so many forks of the Bitcoin now, it's more commonplace for this to occur. Furthermore, we just went through a significant bear market in the last 2 years, so many people just lost faith in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, so they lost track of them as well. And number three, the US stock market has a high chance of correcting or crashing. And the US stock market has been in an overall bull market since 2009 now, so it's been almost 11 years. Can you believe that? If you look at the charts of the Dow Jones and the S&P 500, you will see this bull market in the US stocks. So in a sound market, there are pullbacks every 8 years or so, but the US stock market is unnatural. The stock market has been propped up by the central bank, the Federal Reserve, by many quantitative easing programs and zero interest rate policies, ZIRP policies. So it would not surprise me to see some significant correction in the stock market this year. And a pullback of at least 20% might occur, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a major crash of 50% or more. So here's just a tip for those of you still in the US stock market. It's a seller's market now, so dump some of your holdings and transfer them to undervalued assets such as commodities and cryptocurrencies. Number four, the declining US dollar buying power. So now let's face it, the US is losing world reserve currency status. Many countries such as Russia and China are using their own currencies for international trade and bypassing the US dollar. So this trend will undoubtedly continue. And as fewer people see the US dollar as a safe haven, they will allocate more of their portfolio to more speculative assets such as cryptocurrencies. And this, of course, will cause the price of Bitcoin to go up as well. And number five, there's global uncertainties, right? And a weakening dollar, it will push investors into Bitcoin as more people recognize it as a store of value, similar to how gold has been seen as a store of value for thousands of years. So as an example, after Iran's attack on the US bases in Iraq, in response to a death of an Iranian general, the Bitcoin price rose 8% amid investor uncertainty. And the US and its Western allies are losing ground in the Middle East to Iran and its powerful allies such as Russia and China. So this will cause the buying power of Western fiat currencies, predominantly the US dollar, it will diminish as Western control of the global oil trade diminishes too. So many people see Bitcoin as a crisis hedge, similar to gold. So therefore, during uncertain times, more people will invest into it, and it'll cause the price to go up too. So number 6, technical developments. So one of the major weaknesses of Bitcoin is that its blockchain can only process a minuscule, like 7 transactions per second. So that's pretty pathetic compared to Visa that has an average of 24,000 transactions per second, right? So however, the Lightning Network upgrade by Lightning Labs has the potential to increase Bitcoin's transactions per second to millions per second. So basically, the Lightning Network is another layer above the blockchain that allows transactions to settle off-chain, then later merge back into the main chain. So not only does technology allow more transactions per second, but it will also allow significantly lower transaction fees, and it enables Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to be used as more of a form of payment in shops, cafes, bars, and other typical venues, right? And another technology that will promote blockchain usage is 5G, which supports faster internet usage. As 5G becomes more available in cities worldwide, people will experience faster internet connections that blockchain and cryptocurrency technology both depend on, right? So number 7, a Bitcoin ETF. Many people have been predicting this for a while now. So a Bitcoin ETF, an ETF is basically a type of fund that owns assets, which can be stocks, commodities, or futures, or even possibly cryptocurrency. However, the ownership is divided into shares that can be traded on a public stock exchange. So many experts speculate that Bitcoin ETF approval in 2020 is highly likely. The Securities and Exchange Commission recently approved its first 40 Act approved Bitcoin fund in the form of NYDG Bitcoin Strategy Fund. So we already have futures and options trading, and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange also began offering Bitcoin options. So with a Bitcoin ETF, mainstream adoption will surely increase, and the price of Bitcoin will increase as well. So number 8, favorable regulation by government and institutional adoption. So the U.S. Federal Reserve Board currently revealed that it is working on a crypto-like project known as the central bank digital currency. China is also taking the lead in the blockchain sector. So many expect China's e-yuan will roll out in early 2020, and it will be very cautiously only focused on the consumer spending. So the Chinese yuan will be the world's first digital sovereign currency. So many experts are comparing the current blockchain and cryptocurrency rates between the US and China as similar to the space race from half a century ago. The world is rushing to see who will be the first to gain the lead in the crypto space, with China currently ahead of everyone else, especially the US. So many institutions such as BAG, OKEX, FTX, and CME also are now supporting Bitcoin futures and options tradings. So they still have to open up to retail investors though. So number 9, savings in cryptocurrency yields higher rates than saving accounts. So after almost a decade of zero interest rate policies, this has led to low yields in your savings accounts and government bonds. So the interest you get by storing your money in savings accounts doesn't make up for inflation now. People are looking to diversify their savings in higher yield vehicles such as cryptocurrencies. And many cryptocurrency wallets, such as the form of savings for your cryptocurrency assets, such as Celsius, Monarch, and Uphold apps, which I use. So the highest yields for these crypto wallets are usually stable coins, which are pegged to fiat currencies such as USDT, TUSD, PAX, USDC, and others. Okay, and number 10, the last, the fear and greed index is now becoming more greedy. So the cryptocurrency market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in the fear of missing out, or FOMO, as we call the community. There is also panic selling when people in bulk often dump their coins in mass because in irrational reaction to seeing red numbers. And this behavior is basically a reflection of basic human psychology, where people follow like the herd mind mentality, right? So extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried, which can be a sign that it's a buyer's market. On the other hand, when investors are getting too greedy, that means a significant sell-off is not too far off as the market corrects itself. Since the current fear and greed index has recently switched to be more greedy, this indicates that we are currently in an accumulation phase and that prices will start to stabilize soon as prices won't go up too much higher. So 15,000 is about pretty reasonable in my opinion. So in conclusion, I predict that 2020 will be a good year for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. After 2 long years in a bear market, prices will rise again to turn the crypto market to overall be more bullish. However, I don't expect all-time highs whereby Bitcoin passes 20,000 yet. In my opinion, this will most likely occur in 2021. So I recommend people start to accumulate Bitcoin and other crypto assets this year and hold for the long term. Don't miss the next Bitcoin bull run. Get free 2 months premium access to my Skillshare course entitled 10 Free, Exciting, and Proven Ways to Get Bitcoin, and also access other premium courses too. So just click on the link in the description below. So see you guys soon.